definitely recommend from my experience, don't make your first few homes your dream home. Don't. If you're not bringing in passive income yet, none of this stuff is your dream home. None of this stuff is your dream decision. It shouldn't be, because then it's, as soon as you get it, it's a liability instead of an asset. Make your first few homes. I don't have a magical number, but make your first few homes. I suggest investments. Don't make them your dream homes. Make sure they have an exit strategy. What's up, you guys? This is part two of buying a home in 2023. So again, last video we talked about loan officers, how to use a loan officer. So if you got any questions on that, I first recommend check out part one about buying a home in 2023. I'm going to be doing a few series. I don't know how long this will go. I'm still trying out YouTube, growing different things. Really want to find my niche, but these are things I really like to talk about. So hopefully you enjoy. The first thing I'm going to talk about real quick is, are interest rates important? Like, it's up for grabs. Interest rates are crazy, but they're not that crazy. And they've been worse before. They've been interest rates up to 11, 14%. And there's a lot of devil's advocates to say about that, but all I'm saying is they're not the highest they've ever been. Interest rates are high. Not crazy. Interest rates are high. But again, it's not the worst it's ever been. I'll say about interest rates, though, is because I'm in the middle of it, the range is different. If you're going an FHA route versus a conventional, your interest rate, it just depends. Does it help you on the front end more, or does it help you on the back end or monthly end more? It just depends on what you want to do and how you're approaching this investment. So again, take the buying a home and use it as an investment. Interest rates, they don't matter. And then to say, if you're doing the math and the math makes sense, you can afford it for the meantime and for, however you have it for, it makes a move. Make a move. We were deciphering between an FHA or conventional, and it turns out for this scenario at this time, it's September 2023, and this month, it was smarter to do FHA. Now we could do the 5% down, but doing the 3.5%, we got a better interest rate in theory with an FHA. Just in the moment, you can change your loan anytime you want, but in our situation, we did get a better interest rate. So at this interest rate, it gave us 6.75. We had a decision that where you can buy down the rate is what they call it. And when you hear them say buy down the rate, they're just telling you, do you want to do prepaid interest? Again, when they say buy down the rate or points, prepaid interest. You're just prepaying the interest. You're not saving yourself nothing magical. If the numbers make sense and the monthly makes sense to do the prepaid interest, then cool, make that decision. But if it doesn't make sense, don't do the prepaid interest. Go ahead and say, hey, I'm not going to pay $20,000 for this much money saved. I'm not going to pay $2,000 for this much money saved. It depends on your loan. It depends on what you're doing. But in 2023, and in the situation I'm going through, yeah, it's prepaid interest. It didn't make sense. We would have got a rate at 6.25 or 6 point something, really a little lower. But again, it didn't save us much money a month. So it was not worth it. Prepaid interest again. So FHA was the better route in this house and in this situation. The second thing I'll go over for part two is how to find a good/great realtor. So your realtor really can make or break your first purchase. Your realtor could be this person that I do sales. So I know, hey, we got to be aggressive. We can be aggressive in this sales pitch. If we got to be reserved, I know how to be reserved in the sales pitch. Just depends. But when you're buying a home, you want somebody that is okay with taking charge, telling the seller, this is what we need from my buyer, and then my buyer will make a move. My first realtor, you know, maybe was new, I don't know. So nothing bad on his part. I appreciate the experience and the lessons. So, but the first realtor, no good, because again, I'm over here saying, hey man, we need to do this, this, and this type of approach. Now you do your job. I'm not trying to interfere with that. But if I'm saying, hey, doesn't hurt to ask type of conversation, I don't think it hurts to ask. I don't think it hurts to ask. So, but when somebody's telling me I don't know, man, this has never happened. I'm like, all right, we kind of no problem, but I don't really like that. I want to be able to sit there and say, hey, man, try. If I lose the house because of me, I can't blame you. I can't blame you. And in this situation, I just turned out to be right. But in another situation, I could have been wrong. Put us with somebody that could show us the house, and they show us the house. We're looking at houses. First house, terrible. So then we go off, look at another house. The second house, pretty nice. We like everything. A lot cleaner, a lot aesthetically pleasing. And it met a couple of things we wanted in a home for a first home, especially for down the road as an investment. So that was good. Third house, nah, not so good. I was looking at doing a quadplex. Quadplex is definitely a good way to go, but I definitely think it was smart to do a single family home at the moment before just going straight into a quadplex. Long story short, but how to find a good realtor is network, communicate. Um, don't just go in and force yourself to be assigned to a random realtor. It does not hurt you to profile your realtor. It doesn't hurt you. You're doing business with this person and you're paying them. They work for you. A lot of people could say other ways, but they work for you. And the good realtor is going to want to work for you. A bad realtor or a realtor that's just not experienced, maybe, doesn't really know the conviction and the level of dedication and the level of access you want to really give your client. So it just depends. But they want to work with you. They want to show the homes. They want to answer your questions. They want to show you new houses. They want to work with you. A good one does. And so this one we ended up meeting. She was great, and so we worked with her. Uh, Respectfully told the old realtor, and then we went on forward. With this situation, she was speaking all the same things I was talking about. Doesn't hurt to ask for this. Why not try that? Why not try this? And in this situation, we got lucky in that way. I would say if I didn't get lucky to find a great realtor like this, then look, if you go to work, talk to people that you know at work that bought a house. Look at top realtors in your county, top realtors in your market, and they'll have pictures of them. Most realtors do pictures, information. You can see what homes sold. A cool one that not many people think of is look at homes in your price range on Zillow, on Realtor that just sold and that sold for less than what it was posted for. If you look at those, the person who's doing a lot of that negotiation most times than not, as long as it was a home that was sold like not like cash sale, person that bought it with a loan, I would say write down that realtor. If you see them down there a good amount of times on a couple of the homes you're looking at, that is like the perfect way to find them. You got a realtor that knows how to buy in your price zone, confident and doesn't mind being a little bit of a shark towards closing. So definitely check those things out. Inspectors and appraisal people. So those two people, they work hand in hand with realtors. So inspectors and appraisals, they work with them. So that's two people you could kind of contact if you're trying to go outside of just going straight to a realtor and accidentally getting stuck with somebody. Talk to an appraiser. Definitely talk to an inspector more so, and they'll be the ones who can like get you into contact with a realtor that they always work with. My realtor specific has inspectors on hand, so I could have gotten connected that way to a realtor like that knows, hey, we're gonna get you this house. I got my inspector coming. They schedule a good realtor is gonna schedule all this for you on the things they can schedule. Whatever the loan officers have to schedule for you, they'll have things. So hopefully this helps.